Hello there, beautiful humans on the other side of the screen. Welcome. I am Lisy Butterfly, Feminine Embodiment News, coming to you here with one of my beautiful, beautiful women in my community. Michèle, welcome.
Hello, Lizzie, and thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here and to talk to you about the work that we've done together.
So, Michèle, we've been working together for a couple of years now, but specifically, I would love for us to chat about the past year because so much has happened. But before we go there, I would love for you to spend a minute with us to describe where you were at before we started working together, why your breakthroughs were so big, and what truly happened on this before you entered Lisy Butterfly's world.
Yes, your world definitely changed a lot in my world too. Well, before came into your space, I was basically in burnout or post burnout. And I was trying to figure out my way, where to go, where my vision is, and also gaining back my energy. I have been doing spiritual work and also personal development work for quite a while. And I was going through so many shifts and I was a little lost about where to go, what to do. So I was intrigued to hear about the nervous system regulations, about energy shifts, about embodiment, because I had done lots of things before, also with the regular ways. And yeah, I was more open for alternative ways of thinking and doing things. And yeah, it's been, I think, nearly 4 years that we've been working together. So since then, a lot has shifted for sure.
What is the thing that you felt, oh wait, something's different here. Like I want to go into that, especially after having done so much work already. Like, did you have any hesitation? What was going on for you in the moment before you stepped through?
I think the first time that I came across the writing that you did, some words pulled me in. My body saying, huh, this is intriguing. But at the same time, I was like, what is this? This is weird. But something inside of me became very curious about it. And I remember the first time I came into a space, I was already like, I've done so much. And will I want to spend money on this again? And I was like, I've done so many things. But then I was like, no, let's do this. Let's try this. I also remember my nervous system being like, huh, this could be dangerous to you because the shifts were already announcing themselves somehow. Well, now I know that's what it was. But yeah, there were just a few words and the ways that you phrased it that pulled me in and the energy that was different from what I've known before. So I was interested in the different thing because the regular thing, I've known it, I've done it. So this made me curious. So that's why I jumped in.
So, and how did it play out? And also, you had been in my world for a couple of years, and then you came back into the method and you came back into Dream and Attract. What is it that brings you back into this space? What do you feel you're getting out of the most for yourself?
The thing that I get out the most is definitely the group calls and the energy that we can generate there and the support that we can give each other. That's something, I mean, you can walk alone as far a specific length, but what I really like about this is the groups that we're in. So we exchange a lot and also you meet the similar women on the same frequencies and also with the similar topics and you support each other. And that's a different support than you get in the 3D world out there. And also we talk about things that might not be so mainstream. So I love that there is a space where we can just exchange on the same level and be very vulnerable as well as being very supported at the same time. So that's very beautiful to have that. And that's definitely something that I've missed most of my life, to have somebody to really understand. And I think if you're in the same pot with other people, it is very much the sharing that makes it even more transformative. And also the celebrations, of course. Every time something happens, we cheer each other on. And that's very, very cool. That's very, very supportive.
Oh, I love this. This is so good. And you're such a brilliant member in the community as well. You're always very expressed and you notice. I think there's relevance to this work, right? When we're sharing with other women, we truly, it feels like we send out these frequencies and these signals, and then we're like, oh, I like this. Oh, this feels good. And I want that. And so it creates this beautiful synergy of growth and expansion, but also a fine tuning where we notice, oh, no, I wouldn't want that for myself, but no, thank you. But I'll have this instead. So it creates this natural calibration. Yeah, which I really love our coaching spaces, like when we're in these group settings, it just feels, and it feels so lively and so alive. That's what also makes me come back into the space as a coach and freaking love being there with you guys. Okay, so tell me if you had two things that you would say, oh my gosh, these were such groundbreaking experiences for me. Maybe one that was a bit more difficult for you, and maybe another one where you're so proud to share. Let's talk about those two things. Which ones are they, do you feel?
Oh, that's a very juicy question. I think that not I think, I know that one of the biggest breakthroughs for me was definitely standing in more for my truth, like really speaking out my points of views, standing in for myself, and also in front of authorities and especially men. It was always a topic that this has been bringing up lots of fear and also bringing up lots of resistance. But in the last few months and years, I think I've learned to just be more in the fire and just stand in it. And I remember a moment where I was talking to my boss actually, or was supposed to get something. I don't even remember the exact details, but I remember that I was like, okay, I want this. This is my desire. I want to get this. I want to talk about this. And I was so on fire just doing this with my nervous system like really wobbling. But in the end, I just went there, went through with it. And I was so super proud about it later. I had many of those moments lately. So that's something that definitely has shifted my confidence and also the holding of my nervous system.
Can you tell us a little bit more about what you do today that maybe you didn't do 4 years ago before we met? What is different in your felt sense exactly?
Yes, I do actually prepare before I have things happening or big meetings, or I know that something is coming up. I do actually prepare with grounding and meditating and setting myself in the situation, visualizing them. Things I do today more than I did even a month ago, 2 months ago, is really talking about my dreams and about my truths. Even though I sometimes feel like I'm burning inside, but still I'm more lucid about it and know that these feelings can be overwritten in a positive way, that fear doesn't have to take over. So I've had lots of issues with panic attacks and fear, and that is something that I can catch much earlier now and know, okay, this is a sensation in my body that gives me information from the past, but I can still lucidly go through it and with it, even though my body feels weird sometimes. But yeah, it's learning slowly, but in a good way.
Yeah, this is somatic intelligence fully at play, right? And I feel that you have been so attuned with spotting these moments quicker and quicker. Would you agree that the fact that you are able to spot it actually is almost 50% of the road walk? And then leading yourself towards, okay, no, this is what I want, and I'm not wobbling, that makes it more easy? Or is there something else that you want to share about that process that you go through?
Oh, no, definitely. I mean, spotting it quicker and quicker is definitely helping because then it saves lifetime, literally. Because some situations that we've talked about in those last few years, of course, they have repeated sometimes, but there were a few moments that would have cost me 3 months of my life just processing or being in a freeze or being in a fear state. But now I can get through it much quicker. And then also coming into even more lucidity afterwards. So knowing, okay, this was happening, and then also guiding my own brain and process through it so that next time it comes up, I can say, okay, when I feel like this in my body, this is a sign for this and that and that. And then I can move through it and just accept it. Most of the time, that's the part of it, accepting that it's there, letting it be there, and still move on and move with it and not waiting for the perfect moment where everything is calm, because I've realized that that is most probably not happening. That's not going to go away. And if that holds you back, that is where generally your dreams don't come true, because that's where sabotage comes in.
Oh my gosh, I love this. It's almost as though you were giving yourself permission to create new evidence that was completely non-existing before. And you're slowly collecting new evidence of, no, I'm safe. I think we had quite a few conversations around pulling the plug. Do you want to talk about this?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I mean, pulling the plug was my go-to. Is like, oh, this feels weird. I'm just gonna turn around and go the other way. So that was a conversation we've had from the very beginning, and it's been my survival strategy for a long, 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 long time because it kept me safe. And now I'm like, okay, this is the feeling. I recognize it. I want to pull the plug. I don't want to have this conversation, or I don't want to be in this place, or now I can actually communicate that to the people that are in that same situation with me. Sometimes I can take myself out of a situation and just ground. So I've learned to feel it, but still not completely act on it on instinct or just react on it in that second. That has definitely changed a lot. I can sit in uncomfortable conversations much longer than I used to even a year ago. And not saying it feels comfortable, it's still, I'm sitting there and I know, okay, I feel like a 5-year-old who wants to run away, but trying to keep that version of me safe as well and still be in connection.
Wow, that's amazing. I can actually hold my 5-year-old, as you said, and still make decisions from my mature adult woman who knows what she wants. And I think that that is literally what sets women apart who can have an amazing life and an amazing relationship and phenomenal things happening in their lives. I mean, how do you see this for other women? Because I know you also work with clients and you have your own coaching practice. Like, do you see that phenomenon happening with your clients too?
Yes, I actually do see it a lot, not only in my coaching spaces, but also in my private life, talking to people about my experience. And it's been very, very clear that most of us women go through a lot of these different steps. Yeah, there is definitely, I'm not saying a trend, but an awareness that is raising about how to stand in your fire and also how to feel in that fire and still move ahead and express your desires. But yes, also allowing yourself to have success and standing in that, that has been a turning point for me too. And it's still a work in progress, to be honest, because coming out of survival into more of the thriving side is just something that is very un well, not uncomfortable, but it's just uncommon. And also that needs to be taught again to your body, to your instincts.
What would you say has been the thing that you've been the most proud of during our time together? The things that you shifted and it's so good. And I know you have some exciting things coming along for you. So tell us a little bit more about that.
Oh, wow. I should have actually written a list so everybody's coming into spaces. Start writing a list from the beginning. Sometimes you forget all the things you've done. Yeah, one breakthrough is definitely deciding to leave my job to go for my dreams. And that has been a process for the last 2 years. I think we were talking about that. So that is happening, which is really cool. I'm very proud of, and took me a while to get my nervous system to that. And I also, one thing that I did was, after not having traveled by myself for quite a while because my nervous system was just burned out and I need to rebuild that, was last year when I was flying to Tunisia on a whim. I was like, oh, I just want to travel again by myself. So I took all my fears and all my tools and I sat in the plane and got through my panic attacks in the plane. And then I had a wonderful week at the beach by myself and I enjoyed it so much. But I was very, very intentional about it. Like every day, every morning, I was going through different reactions that I knew needed to be rewired. And that was a very, very positive shift because finally I could fly again. The world opened up again. And yeah, I gave myself much more confidence and courage. That's definitely something that I'm super proud of, that I can stand on my feet again clearly and proudly.
Oh my gosh, I love this being, a travel junkie myself. So, what are you planning for the next 6 months? What are you excited the most about?
Oh, the most I'm excited about is that I am leaving my old job and building my practice more and more, my coaching practice. And also, I'm super excited, but still a little scared about leaving Luxembourg and going abroad for a while, renting out my space, and then having experiences out there in the world again. That is actually my dream, to be a digital nomad and to be able to travel and work in different places. And I'm definitely looking forward to that. And yeah, we'll see how far I can take this whole desire game and fulfilling my dreams game, because it's been a while and I really, really, really am looking forward to not being here in winter anymore.
Off to the sunshine. I
Yes.
love that. And it also feels like, from having been your mentor for the past 2 years, it feels like you're so well equipped to confront this new lifestyle and to take it on and to let it come and flow through you and truly reap the juice from the entire experience. It feels like you're so well set up somatically, energetically, but also emotionally and mentally. Do you feel that? Because I can see it, but I'm wondering, can you locate that in your body now of what is available to you?
Yes, there are definitely moments in which I'm like, wow, okay, this whole world is open to me now. Everything can happen. I can collapse timelines and I can really call in anything. I mean, especially after Dream and Attract this year, which was really crazy. I just realized that there is a way to collapse things and make them come in more quickly. I really got the confidence that that is possible and that there is a way to bring that in. Sometimes my old self also comes up and then my ego comes blocking me and I'm like, oh, is this a good idea? But what has helped me a lot is also just slowing down. Every time I feel like something is going with fear or just being pulled in a specific way, I'm definitely slowing down and getting into this deep feeling, this deep, juicy feeling of it without getting too stuck in it. I mean, that's the whole thing that I've learned is you can feel everything, even 10 things at the same time, but not getting stuck in it is the key. And I feel like I have the tools, and I am confident that I can find my way around. It is coming my way. I can even call it in and manifest it somehow, visualize it, and have this deep inner positioning of this empress sitting on my throne and knowing, okay, this is what's going to happen and I can decide. I am the one who is in my power and I decide. Sometimes I still get pulled by some weather changes in my queendom, but I feel like I can get back to my position and to my center much quicker. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I can totally see you this way. And you have released so much energetic load and freed up so much space in your auric field. And that just makes you able to see things more clearly. And when things do show up, it's almost like they don't get a grip on you and they don't make you turn in on yourself, but it's just information. It's more neutralized, let's say, so that then that energy can be moved so much faster rather than it taking up your entire attention and space. But instead, you can just see it. Oh, that's data, interesting. And then you just keep moving. What do you feel have been the most critical things that you released during our time together?
Oh, I think I released a lot of trauma, a lot of old stuff, a lot of situations that were deeply hurting. And I was still carrying this hurt and this pain that pulled me down and like made me slow. There has been some family situations, some situations with men, some situations where I was hurt in friendships, a lot of stuff that I hadn't really processed that were still like in these spaces in my field and also in my body.
Which is
Yeah.
crazy because you've done so much work, but it's almost like there was that last piece.
Yes.
Where was it? Where was it, that final piece, do you think?
Well, the final piece was definitely in releasing it through somatic exercises. Like I
Yes.
knew all the details of my history, I knew all the trauma, I knew all the situations, but like really pulling it out of the body and like really going through with the movement and the dance manifestations and also these transformational exercises, they have definitely brought me to a different level. They have definitely helped me release also visualizations about letting armor go and the different archetypes that you use as well. They put you into a specific energetic position that make it easier to move through life. It has to be felt, of course, but as you said before, it can be moved quicker.
Oh, yeah, because we tap into the subconscious. I feel like that's really where somatic work I mean, it has blown my mind, right? Because I've had so many clients who have also had traditional therapy for 20 years, right? Coming to me, and we release the thing that they've been chewing on for 20 years. We release it in like literally one session or one VIP day, and it's gone, like literally gone. They can feel themselves not just not carrying it, but they can actually fine tune and understand who they are now, which is so crucial because I think that sometimes going into certain modalities will make you rehash things and chew on things. And it's like you're chewing it, but you're just chewing it with your mind, but it's not actually moving through the body. Whereas the body, when it's so ripe, it will release it. It's just designed to. It's designed to come back to homeostasis. Like our body wants to come back to equilibrium and balance. It doesn't want to hold on to pressure. And it can be such a complex and nuanced space too, because the body sometimes can release things that our mind would never be able to understand or rationalize because the imprinting isn't rational, it's somatic. You probably could release it in this space 3 times faster. The fact that you come back to that somatic experience, the dance, the movement, and that you can locate it all through the details, you were so receptive for it. I'm so proud of the way that you just came into that experience.
Yeah, thank you. I'm also very proud of what we've done. And yeah, that's what I said. I mean, I had known everything mentally and I've chewed on it for a while and I was ready to release it. And I remember one of our first VIP sessions, or all of our VIP sessions actually, they were all very, very, very intense, but they were very, very transformative. And that's where I learned that it is not necessary to chew on things forever and ever, but you can transform that very, very quickly if you go into it and you allow it. And that is, I think, where most people have the biggest problems. It's just to open up and to have trust in the person that is facilitating this change and this transformation. And once that is there, it's very, very, very quick how things can change and how your identity can change. There are people in my life who knew me 2, 3 years ago. They are also often saying like, wow, you've changed so much, but like not in a judgmental way, but in a good way. And many people get curious about what have you done? What did you do? And then sometimes that also comes into my coaching space, of course, where I also teach people about similar things. So that is very, very helpful and supportive to spread this information so people just can become their best versions. And I love that as well.
This is so good. What would you say to your youngest self? Let's say she was 10 or 12. What would you say to her today?
Oh, wow. First of all, I would hug her very, 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 very hard. And I would say, yeah, just believe in yourself and your dreams and stay bold. I know she was super bold and she lost it on the way somewhere. But yeah, be bold and stand in your truth, and we'll get on the other side and I'll be there to catch you. Yeah, definitely. My inner child is definitely much, much happier than she was a while ago.
Oh, that's so beautiful. Thank you so much, Michelle. It was a pleasure to have you on this call, and I am celebrating you. I am so thrilled for all of your amazing projects coming through.
Well, thank you for having me. It was a delight talking to you as usual.
I'm so excited. Okay, so thank you for coming on. If you've been watching all the way to the end, thank you for being here. It's been such a pleasure to host this VIP spotlight with you, Michelle. Thank you for coming. And I will see you on the interwebs. So much love.